Alright, so it's been a long time. Here's a big update. I've been extremely busy and I'm kind of out of breath right now. Shows how much out of shape I am right now. Gotta get back working out, and we have a huge pond dug here in the back of behind the barn. You see, we're trying to get water. I need something to blast through that, but that's not gonna happen now the way things are. But the main thing is new fences, and this has happened. I have daily video vlogs on ShawnCFarm on Facebook. If you want to see that, I may actually put it all together into a daily blog into one video. This is 24 days from the day they poured the foundations to the day they finished. Well, they're not quite finished, but it'd only be a couple more days, I think. Anyway, the Amish work fast and hard. So this barn is 70 wide by 200. We weren't going to go that big at first, but the town made it hard to fix the old one. We'll get into that in a second. Let's go inside here and you'll see I still have a lot of work to do, like backfilling the foundation, which I'm doing today and tomorrow. Alright, these are my Amish made Dutch doors that are not Dutch doors, but I could turn them into that if I wanted to, but I'm thinking I'm just going to leave them solid. They just made a tongue and groove pine and 2x4s. They still have to put the windows in. Anyway, this is 70 by 36. Would make an awesome shop. I keep bugging the wife. This is the new stables. We could fit 10 stalls in here, or 8 stalls with a feed room and tack room. And we're probably going to put a viewing room above that, since this is 16 feet high. So we'll have a viewing room probably in this corner, on the top floor up here, or maybe down here somewhere. I want to keep the head clearance on the stalls though, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm thinking an electrical and feed room in this corner, because the water line goes right there too. I actually threw a water line in the old hole before we got going. So this indoor riding part is 70 wide by 164, which is really nice to ride in. If I had to do it again, I would have went 220 or 240 with the barn length and made this 80 wide. But there's a big increase in cost when you go wider. So all yesterday I spent backfilling here, and the biggest mistake I made, and I was warned about this because that's the highest point right there. The rest of the barn had to come up. So we are actually 18 inches at one end higher on the ground. And that's the point of digging that pond, because I'm going to use all that gravelly, it's kind of like gravelly clay, and it's already pretty hard just throwing it down in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to use that for the top, and then about 8 inches of sand, 6 to 8 inches of sand after I pack this down. Should give me a good surface. But yeah, this is what I've been doing. Hardly ever get a day off on the weekend. And to pick the camera up has just been, I don't know. I should take you guys along for the ride. I have been filming with my phone, daily video vlogs. I'll put those all together. There's the old Trans Am. That's another story why that's in here. But we cut the trees around the house, and I crushed the car tent without the car in it. So the car's in here for now. It may stay in here in the winter up in this corner. I don't know yet. But yeah, Amish made in 24 days. They had these rafters on. They started, I think it was 8:30 in the morning. They had them on the barn by 2:30 in the afternoon. The guys are they work together really well, and they're really fast. But they're, you have to pay them quite well, but it's still cheaper than hiring a contractor around here, because this barn, let's see, they wanted over, I don't know now. It was a smaller barn we had priced, and we only went bigger because the town the township made it hard for me to fix my old barn. We had it set up in May to fix. Let's go out there and look at it. Alright, so coming out the front side of the barn into here, and you can see the color changes. Everybody likes the color. My wife wasn't sure about it. And I had to go with the green roof because the house got a green roof on it. And I had them add cupolas, and they had roof vents on there already, but I had them add these cupolas for extra ventilation. Now I do have weather vanes for the top of that one and finials for each end. But anyway, so back to the story about this barn. The township made it really hard for me to fix it. They wanted blueprint drawings of this barn, which means you have to hire an engineer. Now, I've recently got a hold of an engineer, and he's given me a letter, a stamped letter stating that I don't have to have blueprints if I don't change the use of the barn. So now I just have to, I ripped out the old beam. I'm going to replace that beam and put this wall back on before the snow flies. Well, it's already flown, but anyway, so yeah, the Amish, I had booked a guy in to fix this in the spring, in the end of May, for $22,000. He was gonna replace 3 or 4 beams up in there, the one here, the one in here, and the 2 of the sill plate beams. But we had put a stop to it because of the township. They come and basically try to condemn it. Anyway, since then I've had the engineer look at it. He said it's in really good shape. The main beams, the queen beams he called them, that hold the barn up, are in excellent shape. We just need to fix the hole in the roof. It's in there for friggin' last fall. Bad on me. I should have at least patched it. But I thought the guy was coming to fix it. So the queen, he called these the queen beams. Why, I don't know. They take the load load of the roof, and they're all in excellent shape. So this thing's not gonna fall over, but it may lose the other side if I don't fix this. So I ripped this beam out the other day, and now I need to jack it up, push this back in place, and then build myself a laminated, maybe 8x8 beam. I'm going to use a bunch of lumber left over from the barn. I'm going to laminate a beam in here when it's at the correct height. I put a sill plate up there, and I see that rod up there. Is this the outside board? That's not the inside of the board. There's a roddy spot right there. But what my main goal right now is just to stabilize it for the winter until we can get somebody else to come back out here and fix it next year, hopefully. So my main goal right now, this afternoon, after running around, is fix the hydro out here in the old barn. I climb up there and put that reconnector in there, connector back on. It's aluminum wire to copper, so I have to use a anti-oxidizing thing and a split bolt and tape it up. You can see it fell off there. Buddy helped me cut the trees down around the house when we had the lift, and the branch came down and smacked this line. So that needs to be replaced, and I'm going to do that right now. But I just haven't had time to, I made 3 or 4 update videos, and I just haven't had the time. And you can see the tin, I got to fix that too. It's too sharp. Spot there, it's right there. I'll do that today too. Haven't had time to post a lot of stuff, but we'll get there. I'll get back in the swing of things. A lot's going on right now. Yeah, with the barn, I have more fencing to do. I got this big mess of trees over here to clean up around the house. I got the eaves troughs to fix yet. Let the place go a little bit too long, and now I'm paying the price. So now I have to go and clean up all my junk. So I'm gonna probably get rid of some of the stuff, projects I don't have time for. So, and in the mix of everything, I am going to start jousting next year. This winter, the new arena is going to get put to use every day. I have horses to train here. There's a few out back that need to be, we have a standard bred back there that needs to be trained to trot. I may not do that myself, but it's a boarder's horse, so they're going to have to do it. I'll help. I have 2 out here. I don't know where they went. Got a new Dutch warm blood. They came to us. She was very underweight and abused by, now it used to be an ex-Amish horse, so I don't know the story behind it. It had gotten an accident. It was very underweight. I didn't even see her. She's back there anyway. And I have my draft cross that I wanted to use for jousting. So we have all this shit going on. And I'm rambling again, but things are starting to look good. This is This is my dream for a long time. And I'd love to have a shop. We're thinking about using the old barn here. I'm going to use it for hay storage and to make a big shop in there, so I'll have time to do projects at night when it's dark, not just when it's warm out on the weekends. Alright, I'm trying to find the other horse, but I don't see her, so there's 3 more out there. They broke my gate off the barn this morning, a brand new gate. They've just trampled it. So learn your lesson. Don't buy the cheap red gates. They're just not worth it. You'll end up paying in the end when they get out, getting in trouble. And I straightened this out. It was all bent to shit. They just simply pushed on it till it opened. You see that one's turned down, that one's turned sideways, so bad. I straightened it a bit. But anyway, you guys, that's what's going around here. It's been long overdue. Now this arena has 5 windows down each side that also slide open, and an end slider, so we can let lots of air in this thing in the summertime. In the wintertime, it's got lots of, it's not plexiglass, so I can't remember the name of it. That'll let the light in. Okay, talk to you guys later. Take care.